Hey everybody, sorry I'm not at school today. I'm not feeling well and the sickness is running through my house. So I hope to be back tomorrow, but here is what we're going to do today. So let's share our screen first. So by now you should have all of your videos here on your timeline on Adobe Premiere. What I've done is I have gone through and I have completed this project. Whoops. Let's fix this. I have completed this project. I have cut all these videos down, and this is what you're going to do is get your video at 30 seconds to end. So right there, my video goes black at 30 seconds. And I'm going to go one step further. Here are the videos that I used. I used Q107-01, 02, 03, 05, 06, 07, 08, 10, 12, and 14. Those are the videos that I used to complete mine. So you want to cut them down so that way your last video ends right at 30 seconds. Okay. So again, you do that, razor tool, clip where you want to clip, selection tool, make sure you hit that selection tool, click on the clip, the part of the clip you want to get rid of. So let's just say we want to get rid of the end, and you can hit backspace and that'll delete the clip. If you want to undo anything, you can either do Control Z, or edit undo. Okay, so since mine was already at 30 seconds, I don't want to mess around with it any further. So what the next thing we're going to do, so once you get all this video done in 30 seconds and match it up exactly how it should look, okay, we're going to mess with the audio. Now the audio, you have this song that's playing throughout the video, okay? But if you know anything about a record player, once the needle hits the record player, the music stops. So you want to time the first song to end with the last song beginning, okay? And we have to bring this volume down. So you go over here into your tools and you go to your pen tool right here. This that runs through the audio track. This is called the rubber band. This you can make edits to and fix and bring down so that way it'll mute the audio. Let's zoom in a little bit further, okay? You're gonna, once that needle hits the record, time it out. Just before that, you want to make 2 keyframes. These little diamonds are called keyframes. You want to make 2. So you have 2 diamonds on that rubber band. You want to take that rubber band and bring it all the way down because we don't want to hear that music anymore. Because what we want to hear is the rock music that comes in after that. So then you can take your audio clip on A2 and slide it to where that second keyframe starts right at the beginning, right when the needle hits the record. Okay. So this is what you should hear. Nice little Yacht Rocky song. Once that needle hit, you want to hear that music. Okay, so keyframes. Then once you set the keyframes, bring A1 down and make sure that A2 starts as soon as that needle hits that record. Play it one more time. Okay, so therefore that should stay there. That should be fine. Now let's go back into our regular project bin. Okay, and well, let's do this first. Let's just cut the music right at the end of the video. Okay, so take your razor tool and clip the one there, the track on A1, and the track on A2. Okay, so you use the razor tool to clip both of them, and then what you can do is it's your selection tool. Click on 1, backspace or delete. Click on 2, backspace or delete, and now they're both gone. But what you really want to do at the end of your audio here is on the track on A2, you want to fade it out. And how you fade it out is doing the same way that we faded in on the first track. Sorry, or faded out on the first track. Pen tool, the rubber band on A2, click 1, 2, and then drag it down to the bottom. Okay, so your track will fade out that way. And then you're done with that audio part, okay? Always make sure you go back to your selection tool. Always, always, always go back to the selection tool. So you have successfully now faded the first audio out, brought the new audio in. Now we're going to go to the end and then fade that out. Okay, so now that part of the project is done. The final part, which we may not get to till the Tuesday, we're going to go into our graphics bin. Okay, and you want to put in 2 graphics. Okay, the first one you drag is the classic rock. And you want to let that play a little bit, that music play a little bit, or that classic rock graphic appears. So let's bring it in right here. And you just click and drag it and bring it over. Okay. Now, what you need to do next, this is called scaling. Okay. So you want to click on your graphic title and it'll bring up your effect controls. If it doesn't, you have to go straight to your effect controls. Okay. So click on the graphic effect controls and just click and drag and scale up to about 200. Okay. So this should play for a little while. And then what you want to do, it's only going to come in at 4 seconds. You want to take your selection tool and go to the end of your title text right here. And when the arrow, you see that graphic right there, that little sign with the arrow pointing to the left, you want to click and drag and hold it because you want that to play for the duration here of this. Okay. So the second thing we need to do is bring in the edited by you part, which you are going to physically edit. So now we're going to add in the title for our project. And how we're going to do that is we're going to go into our getting started file. Okay, getting started file, which is what we downloaded from my flash drives. And you're going to click on the one that says credit. Okay, and luckily I have already opened it under credit. So this is what's going to come up when you open it from getting started. It's going to come up as super small. Let's go back. Let's zoom out. Whoa. This is getting crazy here. Okay. So what you're going to do is go to view and go to fit on screen. So that way you can see it right here on your screen. You'll see it full screen. It'll come in super small. You need to go to view, fit on screen. You're going to go to the left and go to your horizontal text tool, which is the T, horizontal type tool, the T right here. You're going to click that and then click on right next to the letter U and then delete right next to the letter U and then type in your name. Make sure you use capitals. We're just going to move it just a little bit. And then you're going to file, save as, and you're going to save this as credit name. Okay. And hit save. And that's the easy part of that step. Now the next step is actually putting it into Premiere and making sure it comes up, and we're going to dissolve it in and dissolve it out. Done. That's the easy part. Easiest part. Now we're going to go back to our graphics bin, which is right here. If you don't know how to go back, it's this folder that has a back arrow. Right click, import, and click on credit name. And you're going to hit OK because we're going to merge all the layers. And you click and drag this about halfway through that graphic, and then extend it to the end by grabbing the end of that text part right here. Click and hold and drag it. Okay, but you can't really see it. So what we want to do is click on the credit name, go to effect controls, and we want to scale it. So we definitely have to make it bigger, but now we have to move it. Okay, so we're going to go up top where it says position, and your left right here is your horizontal position, and your right here is your vertical position. So you want to change it to, I would probably say about 850 to 425, and that should be right in the middle, and that should come up right in the middle of your classic rock look. Let's play it real quick. Pops up. Let's play for a second. Edited by Josh. Okay, good. One more thing we need to do with this is we want to put a transition on this part, these texts, this part of the project here. So you're going to go into your project click your double arrows and go to your effects panel. Okay. And we want to add a dissolve on this because that will dissolve it in and then dissolve it out. We put it on there. So in this search part right here, click dissolve or type dissolve. And what's going to come up is cross dissolve. You're going to click and drag it onto one. Click and drag it onto the other. Watch what it does. Fades in and fades in. Now we want to put them on the end. Cross dissolve, and they will fade out. Ready? There you go. Now the finished part of the project should look just like this. Now, this is not a movie. We have to make this a movie. Okay, this is not a video. So what we're going to do is go up here to File, and this may or may not get done tomorrow. It'd be great if it did. I hope it does. If not, we'll clear up any questions on Tuesday. File, Export, Media. And what this does is this takes all these files here and mixes it down to one video. As you see, it starts at 0 and ends at 30. Our settings are always going to be what's called H.264, and this is full high definition. Okay, even though the video may not be high definition, the sequence is set to high definition. So you're going to click on where it says output name right here. You're going to click on this link. And what you're going to do is in your getting started file, you're going to type rock station final. Okay, rock station final, and then hit save. Now that is your output name, and that's going to go to your flash drive or your N number, whichever you have. You should have your flash drive by now, and I hope you have your headphones today. So rock station final, and you're going to click export. Now it will render the final files. It'll mix it all down into one. It'll probably take anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds. There you go, 7. Running a little slower since I'm recording this on Zoom. And your video right here, rock station final, should be done. This is what you will upload to the Blackboard Dropbox. So there you go. Any questions? I'll answer them on Tuesday. Let's be productive. Let's get to work. Let's have a good day.